Students, today I am here with second PUC Mathematics Model Question Paper 1 from Karnataka PU Board NCERT CBSE syllabus. 100% passing package, 100% result oriented. The subject code for mathematics is 35. The time duration allotted for the paper to solve is 3 hours 15 minutes. Maximum marks is 100. Total questions are 50. I am going to solve questions from 1 to 24, 1 mark and 2 marks. This is part 1 of the model question paper 1. Before I could start with solving the questions, I just wanted to make you understand what is the pattern of the question paper. The question paper is divided into 5 parts. So here part A is questions are 10. And questions to attend is 10 and each question carries 1 mark. So the first main is for 10 mark. Second main part B, questions given are 14. You are going to attend 10 questions. Each question carries 2 mark. That main is for 20 mark. Part C, questions are 14. 10 questions to be answered. 3 mark for each question and the main is of 30 marks. Part D, 10 questions are allotted, given, 6 questions to be answered. Each question is for 5 mark and 6 5s are 30 mark. Part E, the 2 questions are given, 1 question to be answered. In that question, there will be a sub questions, that is A and B. First A is for 6 marks, second B is for 4 marks. Total, the main carries 10 marks. If you are selecting part E, either you have to select question 1, that is 49 A and B and attend the question, or 50 A and B you have to attend the question. The marks will not be given if you attend one question from 49 and another question from 50. Part A, 1 mark questions. Answer all the questions. We have to answer all the questions for part A. Define an empty relation. What is an empty relation? An empty relation is one in which there is no relation. There is no relation between any element of set. If there is no relation between any element of set, then the set is said to be an empty relation. That is denoted as R equals null set that belongs to A cross A. And for example, if I take girls' school and a relation is A comma B where A is a brother of B. I don't have any boys that are studying in girls' school. Therefore, the relation here is empty and it is called as empty relation. Write the domain. Second question is write the domain of the function y equals secant inverse of x. This is a very important question and they ask one question for domain. For this you can go through with the inverse trigonometric chapter, sine inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse, secant inverse, cosecant inverse, cot inverse. Any one can be asked in the paper. So here domain of y equals secant inverse of x is, domain is nothing but a all real number except -1 and 1. What it says, what is a domain? Domain of a function is a complete set of possible values of an independent variable. It is consists of all the values which can be taken for the given function. Then it is called as domain. Question number 3. If a matrix has 5 elements, what are the possible orders it can have? To find the order of a matrix, it's very simple. You should just see that the number of elements are divisible in which table, that is 5 cross 1 and 1 cross 5. So these are the two possibilities of the number 5. Therefore, the orders are 2. That is 5 cross 1 and 1 cross 5. Moving on with the next one, find the value of x for which x 18 to x is equals to 6 18 to 6. Given x 18 to x equals 6 18 to 6. Now how to solve the determinant? Determinant can be solved as Cross multiplication of principal diagonal elements, that is x into x is x square. Then you will take the other principal diagonal element, that will be minus of whatever answer you get. It is 8 8s are 8 2s are 16 equals principal diagonal element 6 6 are 36 and the other diagonal element 8 2s are 18 2s are 36. So here x square minus 36 is 0. So x square minus goes other side become plus 36. So x is root of 36 plus or minus root of 36. So x is plus or minus 6. Next, question number 5. If y is equals to tan inverse of x, find dy by dx. Y is tan inverse of tan root x. What is the differentiation of tan? Here we will be using chain rule. So tan differentiation is secant square x and differentiation of root x is 1 by 2 root x. So we have two terms and hence we will be using chain rule. First we will differentiate tan. So here differentiating with respect to x, we get, what is the differentiation of tan? Tan is secant square x. So here we get dy dx of secant square x, but in place of x we have root x. So here what in place of x? In place of x we have root x. So whatever comes replaces in the place of x, we will differentiate that term once again. So here finally you get secant square root x into 1 by 2 root x. So 1 into something is the same element, that is secant square root x is secant square root x divided by 2 root x. So this is your dy by dx. Question number 6. Find integration of 2x square plus e power x dx. So yeah, because it is two different terms, separate them. So here 2 is common. Take 2 outside. So you get x square dx plus e power x dx. So here 2 integration of x square is x2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1. You are using the formula here, x power n integral of is xn plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c, and integral of e power x is e power x plus c. So here plus e power x plus c. So here 2 by 3 x cube plus e power x plus c is your answer for integral of 2x square plus e power x dx. Question number 7. Define a negative vector. What is a negative vector? Another vector having same magnitude but has a opposite direction. When another vector is having same magnitude but opposite direction, then the vector is said to be negative vector. For example, that is represented as PQ vector is minus QP. The magnitude, the negative opposite direction is represented by minus sign. If eighth question, if a line makes an angle 90 degree, 135 degree and 45 degree and z axis respectively, find its direction cosine. So given here theta is 90 degree, 135 degree and 45 degree. So to find cosine, that is direction cosine, you have to find the cos theta, that is cos 90. Cos 90 is 1. So here to find direction cosine, you have to find cos theta, that is cos 90. Cos 90 is 0. Then cos 135 degree. 135 is not a standard form of an angle. So we convert it as cos 180 minus 45. That is cos 45. And since it is 180 minus theta comes in the quadrant, the angle is negative. And here the value of cos 45 is 1 by root of 2. Then the third one is cos 45 degree. The answer is again 1 by root 2. So you can write therefore direction cosines are 0, minus 1 by root 2, comma 1 by root 2. Next, ninth question, define optimal solution in a linear programming problems. These definitions are also fixed. They are only repeatedly 3-4 definitions. If you learn, this will be there for your paper. It will be there in the paper. So you just learn this definitions. What is a feasible, what is optimal solution? A feasible solution which leads to an optimal value. When we are getting some optimal value of the optimal objective function. Optimal value of the objective function is known as optimal solution. So we are getting optimal value from objective function, then it is called as optimal solution. Then the question number 10 is, if P of A is 7 by 13, P of B is 9 by 13 and P of A intersection B is 4 by 13, find P of A by B. Given P of A is 7 by 13, P of B is 9 by 13, P of A intersection B is 4 by 13. So the formula to find P of A by B is P of A intersection B divided by P of B. Substituting the value of the given terms, that is 4 by 13 whole divided by 9 by 13. Denominators of denominator get cancelled. So the answer is 4 by 9. That is P of A by B. Part B, 10 questions of 2 mark. Answer any 10 questions. So question number 1, that is 11th question. Let star be a binary operation on Q defined by A star B is AB by 2. For all A comma B belongs to Q, show that star is a associative. Now you have to check with the formula what they have given you. So you just remember the formula like given A star B is AB by 2. So you remember the formula in the way first term and second term. First term is A and second term is B. So the answer is AB by 2. The formula for solving the problem is first term into second term divided by 2. So now moving on with the formula of associative. A star B star C is A star B star C. You can leave the last terms and place the bracket for the center ones. It's called as associative property. Now to solve, to prove it is associative, we have to prove LHS is equals to RHS. So moving on with LHS, A star B star C, and by using the BODMAS, that is, we have to solve the bracket first. So here it will be A star B star C. Since the operation star is there in between two terms, this is first term, this is second term. So it will be first term into second term divided by 2. Again you can see they are two different terms and there is an operation star. Then again we consider A to be first term, this to be second term. So what is the formula we have? It is first term into second term whole divided by 2. So here if you multiply, A into B into C is ABC divided by 2, and if this goes to the numerator it becomes 1 by 2. It reverts. Therefore ABC divided by 4 is your LHS. Now to prove RHS, RHS is A star B star C. Again, since the operation is there, star is there in between two terms, this will become first term, this will become second term. So the formula is first term into second term divided by 2. The remaining things write as it is. Now again you can check, they are two different terms. Once more we get two different terms. So this will be called first term, this will be called second term, and there is operation star in between two terms. So we can write that as first term is AB by 2 into second term is C whole divided by 2. So here it is again AB into C is ABC divided by 4. That is your RHS called as 2. From 1 and 2, star is associative. Question number 12. Find the principal value of cot inverse of minus 1 by root 3. So here given cot inverse of minus 1 by root 3, that is cot inverse of minus 1 by root 3 equals theta. You can take let cot inverse of minus 1 by root 3 is theta. Then cot theta is minus 1 by root 3. Then cot theta is minus cot 45, that is minus cot 60 degree. So say whenever we get minus in cot, we use minus. To remove this minus sign, we use cot pi minus pi by 3. To make the term as positive, we have to take cot as pi minus pi by 3. Whatever you have theta, you will subtract with 180 degrees. Therefore, cot is, taking LCM, you get 3 times and it is 1 time. 3 pi minus 1 pi divided by 3, that is cot 2 pi by 3. The other side we have cot theta. This cot and cot cancel. Therefore, theta is 2 pi by 3. You can write principal diagonal. Therefore, principal value of cot inverse of root 1 by 3 is 2 pi by 3. Then 13th question, find the area of the triangle whose vertices are minus 2, minus 3, 3, 2, minus 1, minus 8 using determinants. Given vector vertices are minus 2, minus 3, 3, 2, minus 1, minus 8. We have a formula. Area of a triangle is 1 by 2, x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y1, 1. The same formula can be simplified and written it as 1 by 2 x bracket plus x bracket plus x bracket. I'm just saying you in simple way of writing. So just see y minus y, y minus y, y minus y. So you will write x. First you will start with 1. There are 3 terms. So it is 1, 2, 3. Then you will just check with x value. Whatever you have taken it as 1. So after 1 the number is 2. So you will take 2. Then 3. Then 1. Then again you will check with x. That is 2. So it will become 3. And then 1. And then 2. You are just going on with the cyclic order. That is 1, 1, 2 and 3. 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and 3 to 1. So this is a simplified version of the formula. So here to solve we have 1 by 2. You can see here this is x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. So x1, x1, x2, x3 is minus 2, 3, minus 1. So we'll write minus 2 plus 3 minus 1. Then second it is minus 3, that is y2, y3. y2 is 2, y3 is minus 8. So it will be 2 minus of minus will become plus 8. Then y3 minus y1. y3 minus y1, that is minus 8 of minus 3. Minus 8 minus of minus will become plus 3. Then the last one is y1 minus y2. y1 minus y2, that will be minus 3 minus 2. Minus 3 minus 2. So now simplify to get the answer. 1 by 2 minus 2 of 10 plus 3 of minus 5 minus 1 of minus 5. When you have same sign you should add. When you have different signs you should subtract. So yeah, 1 by 2 mod of minus 20 minus 3 5s are 15 plus 5 1s are 5. So we have to multiply the sign if it is a bracket. So we get 1 by 2, 20 plus 15 is 35 minus 5 is 30, minus 30. So yeah, modulus is there, so negative will become positive. So 30 by 22. So the answer will be 15 square units. So area of a triangle is 15 square units. The next one, 14th question is find dy by dx of if y is equals to cos of log x plus e power x. You have to differentiate one time. So differentiating with respect to x. So again we are using chain rule, since you have here 3 terms, 1, 2 and 3 terms. So first what you are going to do, differentiating with respect to x, we get dy by dx is, differentiation of cos is minus sine, and the remaining terms write as it is. Now in the place of x we have the extra term as this. So what we will do, we will d by dx of, again once again whatever is there in the place of x, we will differentiate that once more using chain rule. So your dy by dx will be minus sine log x plus e power x, and differentiation of log x is 1 by x, and differentiation of e power x is e power x. So this is the answer. Next one, question number 15. Find dy by dx if sin square x plus cos square x is 1. So here it is given sin square x plus cos square x is 1. So here sin square x plus cos square x equals 1. I want dy, so differentiate with respect to x. If you differentiate, first you will differentiate for square. It's like you have x square, d by dx of x square is 2x. That is, by using the formula x power n is nx n minus 1. So here we get dy by dx, that is 2 sin x. First we differentiate it for square, then you differentiate for the sine value. Whatever is there in place of x, we should differentiate that once again. D by dx of sin x plus, same way here, 2 cos y d by dx of cos y equals, differentiation of constant is 0. So here 2 sin x, differentiation of sin is cos x, plus 2, differentiation of cos is minus sin y, and then differentiation of cos y is differentiation of 2 cos y as it is, differentiation of cos y will be minus sin y dy by dx equals 0. So we have another formula. So we have another formula called sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. So we'll use this formula. For the above one, we get sin 2x plus into minus is minus 2 sin y cos y dy by dx is 0. So here sin 2x minus, again you can use the same formula actually, sin 2y dy by dx is 0. Then we want dy by dx, so we'll retain it as it is, sin 2y dy by dx is minus sine 2x. Minus and minus cancel. So dy by dx will be sine 2x, and the multiplication part goes other side, becomes division, sine 2y. So this is your required answer. Next is find y is equals to x cube plus tan x, then find d square y by dx square. D square y by dx square means we have to differentiate it 2 times. So the given question is y equals x cube plus tan x. So differentiate with respect to x. We are differentiating it 1 time. So we get dy by dx is differentiation of x power 3 is 3x, 3 minus 1 will be 2, plus differentiation of tan x is secant square x. So we have done it for 1 time. So again differentiate with respect to x once more. We get d square y by dx square is, this 3 keep it as it is, differentiation of x square is 2x, plus square differentiation is 2 secant x, then d by dx of secant x. First you are doing for square and then for secant. So d square y by dx square is 3 2s are 6x plus 2 secant x into secant x formula is what? It is log of here d square y by dx square is 3 2s are 6x plus 2 secant x. Differentiation of secant x is secant x tan x. So d square y by dx square is 6x plus 2 secant x into secant x is secant square x tan x. So this is the required solution. 17th question is find the slope of the tangent to the curve y is equals to x cube minus 3 at x is equals to 2. They have given the x value and they are asking you to find the slope. So here what is slope? Slope is nothing but it is dy by dx. Slope is dy by dx. So the given equation of the curve is y is equals to x cube minus x. So here differentiating with respect to x, we get dy by dx is 3x square minus differentiation of x is 1. Now at x is equals to 2, what will be then? Dy by dx at x is equals to 2 gives you 3 into, in the place of x you replace the value 2 square minus 1, that is 3 into 2 2s are 4 minus 1, 3 4s are 12 minus 1, that is 11. So yeah, what is this we have got? Therefore they are asking you to find the slope of the tangent. Therefore slope of the tangent is 11. 18th question, find integral of 0 to 1 sine square x by 2 minus cos square x by 2 dx. This is definite integral form problem and it is upper limit and this is lower limit. So here how to solve this problem? Here given it is integral 0 to pi sine square x by 2 minus cos square x by 2 is dx. We know that cos 2x is cos square x minus sin square x. So if I am having here 2 will be divided throughout. So actually I want cos in the front, so I will take minus common. 0 to pi, I'll take minus out, so it will become cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2 into dx. Now substituting the formula, I get 0 to pi cos 2 into x by 2 dx. This 2 and 2 cancel, so you get minus 0 to pi cos x dx. What is the integration of cos? Integration of cos is minus sin x, pi 0 to pi. So yeah, upper limit minus lower limit we should do. First we should take pi and then we should substitute x as 0. So it will be upper limit minus sin pi, upper limit minus of minus sin 0. So it is upper limit minus lower limit. Minus sin pi is 1 and then minus 0 is 0. So here minus into minus become plus 1. So the answer is plus 1. So yeah, question number 19, find integral of x secant square x dx. Whenever you get a product of two terms in integration, you will use the method called integral by parts, where we will be taking first formula as ILATE, ILATE, that is I is inverse trigonometry, inverse trigonometric function, L is logarithm, A is algebraic term, T is trigonometry and E is exponential form. We have to check whether the first term and second, we have to check the first term and second term according to this formula. If now in our question, integral of x secant square x dx. So here x is your algebraic term and secant is your trigonometric term. So always now in the formula, first term is a and second term is trigonometric term. So first term will become always u. So here first term is x and second term will become dv, that is secant square x dx. Along with the dv you will be taking dx. So here we'll differentiate u, that is du and dx. Differentiation of u is du and differentiation of x is dx, and we'll integrate the second part, that is differentiation and integration cancel. V will be secant square x log x. What will be the formula for secant square x log x? Secant square x log x is tan x. Now the second formula is integral of u dv is uv minus integral of v du. So here, so integral of x secant square x dx is uv is x tan x v is tan x, du is dx. So here it is x tan x minus integral of tan x is log mod of secant x plus c. So the answer is x secant square x dx is x tan x minus log mod of secant x plus c. Question number 20, find the order and degree of the differential equations y triple dash plus 2y double dash plus y dash is equals to 0. The same equation can be written in the form of d cube y by dx cube plus 2 d square y by dx square plus dy by dx equals 0. So here you have to check the order of the derivative, highest order. What is the highest order here? It is 3. Highest order is 3. Therefore order of a derivative is 3, and to find the degree you have to see the highest order which you have selected, what is the power of that order. In our case there is no power, so it is indicated to be 1. Therefore we can take degree equals 1, which is from the highest order of the given differential equation. Next is find the projection of the vector. A vector is I cap plus 3j cap plus 7k cap on the vector. B vector is 7i cap minus j cap plus 8k cap. So here given A vector and B vector, and projection of A vector on B vector formula is A vector into B vector divided by mod of B vector. So how to find mod of B vector? Mod of B vector is to be found as take the coefficient of B. If there is no number, it is 1. Take the coefficient of B and square it. That will be 7 square plus minus 1 square plus 8 square. So it is 49 plus 1 plus 64. 60, 100, 110, 114. So it is 114 for mod B. Now how to find A vector dot B vector? A vector dot B vector is A is I plus 3j plus 7k, I plus I plus 3j plus 7k cap into dot of 7i minus j plus 8k. So here how to find the dot product is first coefficient I coefficient will be multiplied with I, j coefficient will be multiplied with j, and k coefficient will be multiplied with k. So that is A dot B vector is, there is no coefficient, it is 1. 1 sevens are is 7. Then plus into minus is minus. 3 no number means 1. 3 ones are 3. Then again plus into plus is plus. 7 eights are 56. So here we get 56 minus 3 is 53. 53 plus 7 is 60. Now substituting both the values in the formula, we get the answer as A vector dot B vector divided by mod of B vector, that is 60 divided by root of 114 square units. Question number 22. Find the area of the parallelogram whose adjacent sides are determined by the vector A vector I cap minus j cap plus 3k cap and B minus 7j cap plus 3k cap. Formula for area of parallelogram in vector is modulus of A vector cross B vector. Now they have given A vector and B vector. How to find the modulus? That is cross. A cross product. To find cross product, we will use the determinants. So it will be I cap, j cap and k cap. And the sign to be written it as plus, minus and plus. Then writing with the numbers, coefficient is 1, minus 1, 3, 2, minus 7 and 3. So to solve, we take first element, that is I cap, we get minus 1, 3, minus 7 and 3, the left out element. The element whichever you select, that row and column should be neglected. Then second, moving on with j, that row and the column should be left. So you get minus j cap is 1, 3, 2, 3. And the last one is k. When you are considering k row and k columns will not be considered. So it will be plus k cap of 1 minus 1, 2 minus 7. So here further simplifying determinants, we get minus 3, 3 ones are minus 3, minus of 7 3s are 21. Then minus j, 3 ones are 3 minus 3 2s are 6. Then plus k, minus 7 minus of minus 2. Further, I cap is minus 3, minus into minus is plus 21, minus j cap, minus 3 plus k cap. When you get different sign, you have to subtract. Minus k cap, minus 7 plus 2. So here we get I cap of 18, minus into minus plus 3j cap plus k minus 5. When you have different signs, subtract and write bigger number sign in the answer. So here it is 18 I cap plus 3j cap minus 5 k cap. This is your A cross B vector. Then how to find the mod? I just said you how to find mod. You will be taking the coefficients and square of that. And root of that whole thing. That will be 18 18s are 324 plus 9 plus 25. That is root of 358 square units. The next problem is 23rd problem. Find the equation of the plane which intercepts 2, 3 and 4 on x, y and z axis respectively. Let the equation of the plane be x by a, y by b and z by c is 1. It is a general formula of an equation of a plane. And they have given a intercept is a, x intercept is a, y intercept is b, z intercept is c, a is 2, b is 3 and c is 4. So substitute the value there, x by 2 plus y by 3 plus z by 4 is 1. Taking LCM we get 12 and 12 goes into 6 times, 12 goes in 3 4 times, 12 goes in 4 3 times. So 6x plus 4 into y 4y plus 3 into z is 3z equals 1. Cross multiplying the term we get 6x plus 4y plus 3z is 12. So therefore the equation of the plane is 6x plus 4y plus 3z equals 12. And the last problem of second main is assume that each child born in a family is equally likely to be a boy or a girl. If a family has two children, what is the conditional probability that both are girls? The first event is it says that both are girls, and in second event it says given that the youngest is the girl, the last one is a girl. So here the boy and a girl, if they are having two kids, it will be boy girl or a girl boy. So here sample space will be boy 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 girl, or it can be girl boy girl girl. So it can be like this, and the sample space for this is n of s. The number of elements in s is 4. Next, let E be the event both children are girls. Both the children are girls. That is E is G girls and girls. That is n of E is 1. There is only one element in set E. Then F is let F is the event the youngest child is a girl. So here F will be, it can be boy and then a girl, small bigger brother and small sister, or it can be big sister and small sister, big brother small sister, or big sister small sister. There are two options. That is n of s f is 2. Now what is common in between E intersection F? We have G and G, girls. Then number of elements in E intersection F is 1. Now to find probability of E by F is P of E intersection F divided by P of F. That is n of E intersection F divided by n of S divided by n of F divided by n of S. So here substituting the values we get n of E intersection is 1 divided by 4 whole divided by n of F is 2 elements and total is 4. So again fraction goes up, it gets reversed into 2 by 4 by 2, 4 by 2, 4 and 4 cancel. The answer is 1 by 2 for P of E by F is 1 by 2. So hope you people liked my video and you followed what I have taught you. You can wait for a next part. It will be sent very soon. It will be released. Thank you for watching. Take care and practice. Keep practicing maths problems.